morning everyone, it's Friday the 5th of February and what a week it's been. It's been very busy and very exciting. We've had snow this week, always exciting when we have snow. Whether you've been at home or whether you've been at school this week, it's been busy and exciting. We were open on Tuesday, even though it was very snowy. So well done to those children who managed to get in. And I know those children who did come in, I know there were some snowmen built on the playground. And I hope those of you at home managed to get out in the snow and have a play as well. Okay then, before we go through our core value champions this week, I'm going to talk about someone really special and someone really inspirational. And now, Mrs. Bywater's talked about him before, and you will have heard about him on the news or on the TV, and that's Sir Tom Moore. Now, it was a really sad week this week because Sir Tom Moore, unfortunately, passed away. Okay? Now, I know Mrs. Bywater has read this book to you, and she's talked about this with you, but I wanted to talk about how his story and his life links perfectly into self-belief and having confidence in ourselves. But I also want to talk about how we could honour such a special man. Okay, so if you don't know, and I think most of you do, Sir Thomas More, he was 100, he was nearly 101, he was 100 years old. I want some of you to do some research for me and find out what you call someone who is 100 years old. And don't say old, there's a special word that means 100. And he was a special man because last year in April, he thought, what can I do to help raise money for the hospitals, for the nurses, for the NHS? And he said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise £1,000 and I'm going to walk 100 laps of my garden. And that's what he did. He got up, he was an old man. He had a frame to help him walk, and he said, I've decided I'm going to do this and I'm going to raise some money. So he did. And he got up in April, and he probably saw it. It feels only like yesterday, it was last April, and he started doing laps. And he did raise £1,000, and he raised quite a bit more because it was all over the TV. And he didn't expect to get famous. He didn't do it to get famous. He was such a kind and selfless man. People started donating money. I donated money. Lots of you and your parents might have donated as well. And do you know how much he raised in the end? Over 33 million. So he didn't just raise 1,000, he raised 33 million pounds. And all that money went to the hospitals, to buy equipment, to buy resources, and to help the NHS support in this pandemic. So he was a very, very special man. Okay, and I'm not going to read this story because I know Mrs. Bywater has read some of it, but it's a really, if you've not got this, it's a really special book. And you can call that, it's called 100 Steps. And it's written, and it's illustrated by Adam Larkham, and it's by Thomas More. So have a look out for that book, it's really good. I'm going to read just some quotes out of there because I think these are such inspirational quotes, and again, links so well to self-belief. Because a man at 99 years old, as he was nearly 100, he wanted to walk 100 laps before he turned 100. Do you think at any point he thought, I can't do this, I'm too old, I'm not fit enough, I'm not strong enough? He might have thought that, but what did he have? He had self-belief, and he had confidence, and he didn't give up, and he persevered, and he had resilience. All those things we talk about all the time. And I'm just going to read some of the quotes, and it's lovely. It says here, the first step is always the hardest, but unless you take that first step, you'll never finish. And that could apply to doing the laps around his garden, or that could apply to anything in life, couldn't it? Starting, doing something, having that belief that you can do it is the hardest bit. But unless you do that, you'll never finish. There's an illustration there, look. Lovely, isn't it? Let's find another one. There's lots in here. I would recommend buying this. It's a fantastic book. There's one here, and it's a picture of him when he was younger. And it says, every day can be an adventure. And that's certainly true, isn't it? No matter what your age, it's always an adventure. You can always try something new. You can always achieve. And all the way through this book, it's his story of his life and all the fantastic things that he's done. Another one here, you can do and be anything you want. Certainly true. The sun will shine again. That's a nice thought at the moment, isn't it? At the end of the storm, there is a golden sky. So that could mean an actual storm, or it could be sometimes we refer to it feeling like a storm when it's quite stressful or busy time. And at the moment, it sometimes feels like that, doesn't it? But at the end, there will be a golden sky. I like that quote. And this one, and I'm certain at some point Tom Moore did think this. It says, it's never too late for one more adventure. That's a lovely thought, isn't it? And then and I love this one at the end, it says, because one step has the power to inspire 100 more. And there's lots of illustrations there. So not only did he do the laps, he did more actually than 100. Not only did he raise the money, he raised lots more. He inspired other people to do good things as well. And he also, I don't know if you know this, but he was also knighted by the Queen as well. So what a special man and what fantastic achievements he's made. Okay then, so I've had a thought. And I think we need to honour Tom Moore for his great achievements and being such a special man and having being such an inspiration to many people and changing many people's lives. I thought we could link this into our core value of self-belief and challenging ourselves and having confidence. So hear me out. I'm going to call it a century challenge. So a century means 100, doesn't it? So a century challenge is where you do something 100 times. Now, it doesn't matter if you are learning at home or if you are learning in school. It doesn't matter. You can all take part. And you've got to do something 100 times. Now, I've got some examples, and it could be running 100 laps of the playground. It could be doing 100 press-ups. I'm not sure I could do that one. It could be telling 100 jokes throughout the week. It could be reading 100 pages of your book that evening. We could go on and on, couldn't we? So I don't want to tell you which one to do. I want you to have a think of what challenge could I set myself? What 100 things could I do? I want you to have a think. And then I want you to discuss it with your class and with your teacher next week, whether you're in school or whether it'll be on your Zoom call. And I want to hear about these next week. Okay, I'm setting myself a challenge, and I said to you, didn't I, last week, I've started running. I'm still finding it challenging, but I'm not giving up. Now I'm going to set myself the challenge of running for 100 minutes. That's a long time, isn't it? But I'm going to try. I might do a little bit of walking in there, but I'm going to keep moving and running as much as I can for 100 minutes. Okay, so I'll let you know how I get on next week. But I want you to do and take part in the Century Challenge and share your outcomes with your teachers and your class. And I can't wait to hear and see what you've done. So let's have a look then who's been chosen this week. So in my seniors class, we've got Anaya, has found her voice during her time in the F2 bubble, it says here. She's becoming more confident to share her ideas with others, and she's showing everyone her kind and bubbly personality. We are very proud of you. Well done. In F2 AK, we've got Anne Wither, who has done some super sharing of her learning on our Zoom calls this week. And she confidently shared her recycling learning, which showed us how proud she is feeling. Well done. I can see that learning as well. It's amazing. It's fantastic to hear how you've grown in confidence too.
In Y1GW, we've got Leanne, who has worked really hard and has improved confidence in writing stories and using unfamiliar words when writing her own version of Jack and the Beanstalk. I can't wait to read that, Leanne, and I'm so pleased to hear that you've grown in confidence when it comes to writing. Well done. In Y1BB, we've got Idris again. Idris has been working really well from home, and this week he's been planting seeds and sorting shapes. He's found some objects for each of the shapes. Well done, Idris, keep it up. And I can see your face there. You're working really hard and really confidently. Well done. In 2LN, we've got Zoya, and it says here, our core value champion this week is Zoya. She has amazed the Y2 team this week. Zoya has written her own version of the Bog Baby story independently, and her maths learning is outstanding. And your teacher says, I am so pleased with her presentation skills. She's worked hard to improve this in Year 2. We are all so proud of you. Well done. And I can see your learning there on the right hand side. And I would agree, the presentation is amazing. What I'm going to do when I get a chance to see your book, I'm going to read that story. Well done, Zoya. In 2CH, we've got Fatima as the core value champion this week. She's worked really hard with Mrs. Palmer to complete some writing work, and she's even amazed herself. We're all really proud of you, Fatima, and love that you have seen what you can achieve when you believe in yourself. How amazing is that? Keep that up. Well done.
Miss Dyson's class this week, the core value champion is Marilyn. She has been working incredibly hard on her home learning and has produced some lovely work. And it says here, Marilyn has been very confident sharing her learning with her class over Zoom. Well done. We are very proud of you. 3CH, we have Asma, who has been showing self-belief in school this week. She has produced this beautiful, informative pop-up book, which she proudly showed off to the rest of her class. Well done. Keep up the good work and confidence. And you can see it there in the picture. It's not only has it got lots of information, but it's a pop-up book as well. So it's attractive and it makes people want to read it. Well done.
In 4AC, Mrs. Collins has said, Abbas has blown us away this week with his maths work. Abbas has completed the work set for his group and has had a go at the next challenge. He is growing in confidence and has started working on his challenges independently. Super work, Abbas. We are very proud of you. And not only that, Abbas, I can see in the pictures there, your absolutely beautifully set out work. So not only have you been challenging yourself and growing in confidence, I can see you've got high standards in your work. Well done.
In 4LC, Mrs. Cofrello's put here, Alina has been a home learning superstar this week. She has produced some incredible learning and is challenging herself to work through mild, spicy and hot challenges. Her presentation is beautiful and she's taking pride in her learning. And it says here, keep up the great work, Alina. We love looking through your books each week. And we certainly do. When you bring your books back, your teachers cannot wait to see what you've produced in your books. That goes for everyone. But well done, Alina. Absolutely fantastic. In 5JB, Miss Biggs has chosen Zyba, and she says here, Zyba has demonstrated such effort to challenge herself in her remote learning, as evidenced in her beautifully presented books. She has applied herself to deeper thinking and reasoning. Well done, Zyba. And again, we've got another fantastic example of the children learning at home. You've not let your standards slip. You've not lowered your expectations. Your presentation and how you've taken pride in your work has been absolutely outstanding. Well done, Zyba. In 5AH, Mr. Hattersley has chosen Emily, and it says here, Emily has been working really hard at home. She always gets in touch if she needs any help. But she continues to persevere even when things get tricky. She shows that confidence that she can do things. And I love this little bit here. It says Emily has also been helping her younger sister at home with her learning, which shows her excellent teamwork skills and that she can aim high. Well done, Emily. That's lovely to hear. In 6GF,
For Miss Frost. Miss Frost has chosen Jan Dahl as her core value champion, and she said even though he's been learning from home, he always aims high and completes all of his work. He cares about his presentation and wants to achieve the best he possibly can. A massive well done. And Miss Frost says there, I am so proud of you. Another child, another example of someone learning from home, which we know is not easy. We know it can be difficult and it's not the same. But you're still trying hard, aiming high, persevering, having that self-belief. Jan Dahl, that we're learning looks absolutely amazing. For Miss Wallace in 6AW, you've got Issa this week, and she says he's my core value champion because he has joined us for every Zoom meeting and he's trying hard with his learning at home. And she says, keep having confidence in all you are doing, and I can't wait to see your literacy report this week. Well done and keep it up. I'd like to have a look at that writing as well, Issa. And in 6RK for Mr. Kerman, he's chosen as his core value champion Selena. And it says here, Selena has joined us for every Zoom meeting, has completed every piece of work sent home, and has published an amazing piece of suspense writing last week. And Mr. Kerman says he was absolutely amazed when he read it and he didn't want it to finish. It was that good. Well done. Well, you know what? I can't wait to read this piece of writing either.
So that's it for today. So next week, your teachers will be looking out for children who are showing self-belief by trying something new. Okay, but before I go, I also want to say another thank you to all the parents at home supporting their children with learning. I do appreciate and I do understand how challenging it can be at times, especially if you've got a few children at home. It's not easy. But what I want parents to understand is we're the teachers. If you need support, please reach out. Email your class teacher, call school, whatever support you are needing, please contact us. Don't feel like you're doing this on your own. You are not. We really appreciate everything you are doing, and we can't wait to have everyone back and see you all again. Okay? See you all next week.